Hi guys. so I wanted to talk about letting go today, and I know sometimes that's a very difficult thing to do, but it's definitely something that I'm experiencing myself right now. Um, I wow. um, I guess basically what it is just moving on. You know, I hear this all the time, and they say that sometimes, the deletion of somebody in your life is for your protection, meaning if they had stayed in your life, perhaps the two of you would have been so encompassed in each other that you wouldn't be able to fulfill your goals. Um, or sometimes they would have done something that would have really harmed you, and or they would have held you back, or you know, sometimes you don't know what's going on in the background. Like this is what happened with my ex, only to find out that like when you break up, you find out who they really are, and that person was no good for you. If that makes any sense. But when you're in the moment, you don't realize it because you just know what you want. And a lot of it has to do with sometimes what you want isn't what you need. Sometimes what you need isn't what you want. So things will come into your life that are exactly what you need, and you disregard them because you're like, I don't want that. I want this. And you're not aware of the blessing that just walked into your life. And you take it for granted sometimes. So I guess I want everybody to look at your blessings. Look at what's in your life and look at who's in your life. And let me take these off because I can't even take myself seriously with these things. I like to wear them because they're a little funky, but um, sometimes you just want to look at your life and appreciate everything you have. Obviously, you can look at my room. I have a lot of stuff. I don't want anything else when it comes to physical stuff, but I don't necessarily appreciate what I have. And I think in order for me to keep moving forward and getting more, I need to appreciate what I have, and I need to let go of certain things that I don't need any longer that might be beneficial for someone else. Maybe pass it along, donate it, sell it on eBay, something like that. But when it comes to people and letting them go, it's hard because we all know that some people are here for a season, some people are here for a reason, some people are just here to teach you a lesson and then leave your life, some people are here to fill in that little void or the gap. Um, and then once you're back on track, it's time for them to go, and those are the people that you don't want to let go. But you have to because they're supposed to go now and help somebody else. Um, a really important thing about letting go also is understanding that sometimes you just need space. Sometimes you need enough time to like miss the person or realize like, you know what? I want this person in my life forever. So now I'm going to make changes or accommodate this situation, Sometimes you really don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. Um, so if you are letting somebody go, make sure it's amicable. Make sure that you're not burning your bridges, that you're leaving the situation with a peace and a calmness so that if you do decide that you want to come back, that door is always open, the bridge is still there. Because if you burn a bridge, you can't get across, and it's really hard to rebuild a new bridge. But if you walk away calmly, and leave it intact, then you always can come back, if that makes any sense. Paulo Coelho, Paulo, last name Coelho, Coelho, has a wonderful, I don't know, it's not a short story, but it's like a segment called Closing Cycles. So if you guys can look that up, I'm going to see if I can find it and put the link underneath. That is so amazing. It inspires you and teaches you, like, sometimes why somebody's leaving. Especially if you're experiencing a loss. You know, look for the lesson. Look for how that person lived their life and try to live that life. Try to learn from what they were put on this earth to teach. Don't celebrate the death, celebrate the life of the person. The life that they lived and that they taught you, and all the memories that you guys made that you're going to recreate maybe, with your children or with someone else, or lessons are meant to be passed along. They're not meant to be held in. So if you learn something, teach it to someone else. But letting go is not easy. Sometimes it brings tears. Sometimes it brings sadness. Sometimes it brings depression. And those are all tears. I think is a symbol of letting go. Like sometimes you just have to let it all out because otherwise you hold it in and it becomes, I'm not gonna say cancer, but my grandmother, my aunt, my tia Carmen always told me, cry, or tell somebody whatever's inside of you, because if you hold it in, that's how you get sick. That's when bad things start to happen and your body starts to deteriorate. I believe that. So I always try to find somebody that I can trust, that I can confide in. And that's why sometimes when I'm, on the street or whatever, and some random stranger sits down and starts talking to me, because it happens all the time, I realize that they need to let it out. So I just listen. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But definitely let it out. Definitely find somebody that you can confide in and you can talk to. But letting go is hard. It is really hard. It's one of those things that you need to learn, and the better you get at letting go, the quicker the next thing that's meant to come into your life will come in. If that makes any sense. It's definitely not fun. No matter how good you get at it, it's not fun. So for all you guys that are going through that, or have gone through like a breakup, or maybe you stopped being friends with somebody, or maybe somebody moved away, or maybe somebody passed on, or you got fired from a job, that hurts and it stings because you're like, I gave everything to this job and they didn't appreciate it. They're letting me go. And you feel unworthy, and you're like, even looking for a new job is difficult. But realize that you are not at that job anymore because something better will come along. Maybe you'll meet your spouse at your next job, or you'll meet somebody that's going to help you start a new business, or like for me, when I left Uber, it was a sign for me to just do my own thing, and not depend on the 9 to 5. But that's not the case for everybody, but there is a reason for everything. And you don't see it when it's happening. You see it in retrospect. You see it when you look back 5 years from now and you're like, wow, that happened so that could happen, so that could happen, so that could happen, so that I could be here, So just have faith and believe that this is all happening for a reason. No matter how heinous or bad the loss is, it is for a reason. And just be grateful that you were able to have that person in your life for however long you had them. And going forward, anybody that you meet, don't take them for granted. Enjoy them, cherish them, have fun, go out, live life, be spontaneous, and just live, because you're alive and a lot of people aren't here, and you are. So try to make the best of it, enjoy every day, live for all those that are gone, and live for those that you've let go. Everybody has to experience it. And for those of you that are really suffering, because I know I've broken up with guys, or I've lost friends, like in friendships and stuff like that, and I would like cry in my room and be depressed and whatever for like months, sometimes a year, believe it or not. I know you're like, what? But there's a lot of people that are like that. There are people I know like that. And then that other person like starts dating someone right away, and they're happy, they get married, they have kids, this whole time that you're sitting at home and you're sad and you're depressed. Don't do that. I'm trying to tell you, like, please, if you break up with someone and it's over, accept it for what it is and move on. And if that person wants to be with you, they'll come back and be with you, because if not, they're going to go live their life with someone else while you're sitting at home crying. And yeah, we all have to learn our lesson our own ways, but if you can alleviate some of that pain and move forward and find somebody to love you the way that you deserve to be loved, hopefully that'll help you move on. Because a lot of people say in order to get over someone, you got to get under someone else. I don't necessarily believe it in that term, but I get it. Like, in order for you to move on, you have to find somebody else. And that person, it may take a little while, but then, you start loving again, and you start caring, and, and then you move on quicker. So that might be something that you want to try with a friendship, a relationship, with whatever, things happen. But just learn the lesson and appreciate the person. And hopefully, if it's a temporary let go, they'll be back. And if they were your friend, they'll always be back. Friends are forever. Like, I have friends in North Carolina I haven't seen in 5 years. I go to North Carolina, you would never know we hadn't seen each other. Same thing in Michigan, and I have my family in Florida. And those are real solid relationships. But you're not in each other's lives anymore, and that's okay. If you can handle that, you know, some people can't. Some people get really sad and depressed, and oh my God, it's like crazy to even watch it. But I wish nothing but the best for you guys, and I hope that the art of letting go helps you move forward and appreciate the blessings that are coming into your life. Um, and that if it's meant to be, like, nobody can take away what's meant for you. Nobody. And believe me, people try. But if it's meant for you, it'll come back. You know, you'll find a way to rekindle a friendship or a relationship if it's meant to be. And if it's not, just move forward. Always move forward. It's the hardest thing for us to do because everybody wants to like hold on to stuff, but sometimes that's more detrimental to you. Just remember, his deletion is for your completion or for your protection. So sometimes people leave your life because it wouldn't have been good if they stayed. And you won't be able to see that until later, until you find out things or you just see it. So I'm going to go. Hope you guys had a great time. It's nice meeting you. I'll catch you later. I like my glasses. Bye.